Assalamu alaikum. Just imagine we're in a plane. Every time we fly, we hear the flight attendants sharing some variation on the oxygen mask rule. Should the cabin lose pressure, oxygen masks will drop from the overhead area. Please place the masks over your own mouth and nose before assisting others. What does this tell us? Well, it shows the importance of taking care of ourselves. It means that we are simply being mindful of our own needs. Thus, we are better able to support the people that we care about. Hi everyone, I'm Fathima Noorain Faisal from grade 7. Today I'm going to present my research survey on self-care practices among teens. Self-care is the ability of individuals, families, and communities to promote health, prevent diseases, maintain health, and to cope with illness and disability with or without the support of healthcare providers. The objective of my research was to explore the self-care practices of teenagers and to identify the variables that influence self-care of the teenagers. In my research, I tried to find out answers for two main questions, of which the first one was, what is the status of self-care practices among teenagers? Before talking about the status of self care practices, let me talk about the ways in which teens take care of themselves. I observed that teens take care of themselves in two dimensions, physical and mental dimension. When we look at the physical dimension, I notice that teenagers don't mind skipping meals, and they also don't consume enough water every day, which is extremely dangerous to our physical health. Also, teenagers spend more time on screen, which indicates that we need to practice self-care and be more cautious. When we look at the mental or psychological dimension, I notice that teenagers have a go-to person and they practice positivity in life, which is a good sign that they take good care of their mental health. At the same time, I notice that need to have more close friends whom they can easily reach out to and share things with. In 1999, Hartleb and Stevens found that having friends was correlated with a sense of well-being across one's life, and that the developmental outcome depended on the quality of the friendship. So this is something we need to think about. My second my second question of the research was, what factors influence the self-care practices of teenagers? There can be many factors which influence how we practice self-care. Some that there are challenges among teenagers and some that lead to better self-care. This chart shows that financial factor has a great impact on self-care, which means if parents can provide the things we need, such as cosmetics, it makes it easier for us to take care of ourselves. Moreover, teenagers' self-care practices are also affected by living condition and the time and energy we spend on activities. Sometimes, as teenagers, spend too much time on academics or screen time that we forget about meals, which has a huge impact on our health as well. So, health responsibility also has a great impact on teenagers' self care practices. Other than this, I noticed that family structure and networks are also associated with the prevalence of self care of the surveyed teenagers. A research done by Dwyer and Overtoft Johnson in 1990 reveals that among families in which the mother is employed, young adolescents from single parent families are more likely to experience self care than are those living intact with two parent households. So we can say that health, lack of energy, living condition, interpersonal skills, and financial support are some of the factors which influence self care practices among teenagers. Now I will share with you the findings of my study. Teenagers are better at taking care of their physical health rather than their mental health. Mental and physical health are equally important. There are different factors affecting self care of teenagers, such as health, lack of energy, living condition, interpersonal relationships, and financial support. In conclusion, I would like to say that self care encourages us to maintain a healthy relationship with ourselves so that we can transmit the good feelings to others. We cannot give to others what we don't have ourselves. Thank you.